today we will be starting in a lying down position. So if you'd like to take your legs out to either side of the mat, arms come out, slowly lowering yourself towards the mat. You can lift, replant the head, extending through the spine, allowing some deep breaths in, deep down into the belly, ribs, all the way up to the collarbones. And on the exhale, feel the collarbones lower, ribs lower, and the belly pulls towards the mat. Again, inhaling through the belly, ribs, all the way up to the collarbones. And exhaling through the collarbones, the ribs, and the belly. Again, inhaling, belly, ribs, collarbone. And exhaling, collarbone, ribs, and belly. Take a few more conscious breaths here, expanding through every area of the chest. Really noticing the breath drawing through down into the stomach region. This three-dimensional breath. From here, we'll just consider the idea of Santosha, this idea of contentment, feeling fully fulfilled in exactly where we are now, with our practice on the mat, and how we take this yoga lesson off the mat into our everyday lives, feeling content exactly where we are now, not needing external materialistic desires. Or perhaps because we are in our houses at this current moment, we'll have to deal with new stresses, new development, understanding ourselves more, being in this more isolated position. So what can we do to better our situation? And understanding that we have this wholeness within our bodies already. This internal light that continues on. You're exactly where you need to be right now. So no need to push yourself, no need to try and copy anyone else or go any further. Just enjoy where you are today. Take one more deep breath here, right now. From here, slowly wiggle the fingers and the toes. Drawing your knees in towards the body, giving yourself a hug. Perhaps you draw your head towards your knees, rounding through the back of the spine. From here, we'll extend the left leg down towards the mat, keeping the right knee pulled in towards the head. Then we'll take our left hand and draw the right knee over the body into a twist. Your gaze comes down over to the right hand side, right arm can come out. If you'd like to apply a bit more pressure, you can use your left hand to push your knee deeper into the twist. Inhale, bringing that knee back up into center. Drawing it in again, drawing your head towards the knee. And then slowly lowering it towards the mat, swapping onto the left hand side. So left knee draws in. Taking your hands behind the knee, drawing it in, trying to bring your head towards the knee. From here, we take our right hand, pull the left knee over the body into a twist. Left arm reaches out, gaze can follow. Massaging the abdominal muscles with every breath we take. Inhale, come back to center. Draw that knee in again, drawing your head towards the knee. This time, drawing your right knee in towards the center, giving yourself one more tight cuddle in. And then from here, slowly releasing, rolling onto your right hand side and pushing yourself up into a seated position. From here, we take any comfortable seat. That could be Padmasana, or if you're more comfortable on your knees, this is also fine. So from here, spine is straight, drawing all the way up to the crown of the head. Shoulders draw back and down. We inhale, our arms reach up. Exhale, pushing the hands forward, rounding through the back of the spine, drawing the chest back, chin in. Inhale, our hands come towards our bodies. The shoulders draw back, gaze lifts. Exhale, push back, drawing the navel back, chin comes in. Inhale, our arms reach up, gaze follows. From here we exhale, right arm reaches down, left arm comes over into a side stretch. Inhale, our gaze comes up to our top hand. And exhale, our gaze back down. Inhale, come back up to seated, push your fingers away. Exhale, over to the left hand side, left arm comes down, right arm over. Inhale, our gaze comes up. And exhale, gaze comes back down. Inhale, back up to seated, interlace fingers, push away. Exhale, put a bend in the spine, twist round to the right hand side. Left hand catches right knee, right hand comes behind. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, twist from the core. Inhale, back to center, fingers interlace, push up, gaze comes up. Exhale, put a twist in the spine, rounding through the back, right hand catches left knee, left hand comes behind. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, twist a bit deeper. Inhale, back to center, fingers interlace, push away. And then release the fingers, come forward so your head comes to reach towards the floor. Walking our hands forward, really trying to root down through the seat and bones. From here we take our hands over to the right hand side. You can place one on top of the other or just continue to reach out. Really try to root through the left bum cheek. Breathing into the side of the body, expanding through the rib cage. Notice any lengthening through the thoracic spine. Then slowly walking your hands over to the left hand side. Again, extending and exhale, allowing yourself to go a bit deeper into the forward fold. Walking your hands back to center, drawing them in. And then crossing the feet so the other foot's in front. Again, inhaling, arms reach up. And exhale, forward fold, reaching your body forward. Again, trying to ground through the seat and bones. Lengthening through the spine. If your head can touch the floor, that's fine. Otherwise, stay up and work on lengthening through the body, opening up. Walking our hands over to the right hand side, taking a few breaths in the side of the body. Then coming over to the left hand side now, walking the hands, staying low. Walking our hands back into center and then all the way back up. From here, we'll roll on to our all fours position. Hands stack underneath shoulders, knees underneath hips. From here, we'll take a few cat-cows. Inhaling, the chest draws up, gaze follows. Exhaling, rolling through the spine, pushing through the back, navel to the sky. Inhaling, chest draws forward, gaze comes up. And exhaling, rolling through the back, really taking a notice and care of every movement in the spine. Inhaling, chest draws forward, gaze lifts. And exhale, rolling through the back. Coming back to a neutral position. Left knee twists to the side. to make a stand. So your right leg can kick out comfortably. We inhale, our right arm comes up overhead. From here, we can stay here. Or we can try lifting this right leg up, parallel to the body, working on opening through the hip flexors, building strength, and also working on balance. For our last breath, we can exhale, release our hand, stretching overhead for a full body stretch. And then slowly with control, bringing it all back down into an all fours position, swinging that left knee back in. Inhale, our chest draws forward, gaze comes up. And exhale, rounding through the back. Again, inhaling, coming up, chest draws down. Exhale, rounding through the spine. Coming back to neutral. This time, right leg kicks out into a kickstand. Left leg comes out to the side. Make sure you're stacked so your right arm is directly underneath your shoulder. Left arm reaches up. We can either stay here, this is fine. Otherwise, work on your balance. Bring in the left leg up to parallel. Building strength through the hip flexors, opening through the body. For one more breath here, you can then exhale and allow your hand to sweep down, opening through the side of the body. Really allow an extension, energy to flow through the whole body. And then slowly with control, bringing yourself back to an all fours position. From here, we'll tuck under the toes and slowly push back to a bent knee, downward facing dog. Keeping the knees bent, the spine long, lifting and replanting the fingers, pushing out through the shoulders. Perhaps we walk our dog, straightening one leg, then the other. Maybe shake our head, yes and no. And then slowly walking the feet to the top of the mat, between the hands. Inhaling halfway left. And exhaling forward, folding over the legs. Knees are bent here. Trying to bring your stomach towards your thighs. Inhale all the way up to standing. Arms come up, reach. And exhale, hands come to your heart. From here, we'll take our feet hip distance apart. And we'll just do some circles to warm up through the hips. So inhaling, coming round to the right hand side. Exhaling, coming back. Just ironing out any kinks that might be in there before we start. Our hips store a lot of emotional tension. So this is why there might be extra tightness, which we can relieve. And then rotate in the opposite direction. From here, our feet come together. We inhale, our arms up. Left arm catches right wrist. We lift and lengthen. And then exhale over to the left hand side. Gaze can come up. Inhale back to center. Right arm catches left wrist. Lift and lengthen. And then exhale over to the right hand side. Gaze can come up. Inhale back to standing. Allow the hands to come back to the side. Coming to stand at the top of the mat. Into Tadasana, our mountain posture. So from here we can lift, replant the toes, allow the front toes to touch, allow a little space between the ankles. We lift the kneecaps, tuck under the pelvis, engage in our Mula Bandha and our Uddiyana Bandha by drawing the navel in and up. Shoulders draw up, back and down. Hands face the body. Chin is parallel with the mat. From here we can engage our Ujjayi breath, that breath with sound, that allows a more meditative state throughout the practice. This is a slight constriction in the epiglottis, in the throat, allowing an ocean-like sound. From here, we inhale, arms reach up. And exhale, forward fold over the legs. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, step back into a plank. From here, knees, chest and chin come to the floor. We inhale, come up to a low cobra, untucking the toes, gaze can come up. And then slowly pushing back into a child's pose, taking knees out the length of the mat. Toes come to touch, extending through the body, head comes to the mat. Taking a few nice breaths here. We can return to this posture at any point, knowing that this is the same flexion in the spine as we were in the womb. So it's a very safe posture for our spine extension. Taking a few nice breaths here. A great resting pose. Inhale, lift your gaze. Push onto the hands, tuck under the toes, coming back to a downward facing dog. Looking forward, inhale. Exhale, put a bend at the knees, step to the top of the mat. Inhale, half lift. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, come all the way up to standing, arms up, reach. And exhale, hands to heart. Inhaling, arms up. Exhaling, forward fold. Inhale, half lift, extension in the spine. Exhale, step or jump back into plank. Knees, chest, chin to the mat. Inhale, come to a low cobra or push all the way off to upward facing dog. Exhale, push back to downward facing dog. A few Ujjayi breaths here. Really working on finding stillness, extension through the spine, drawing the shoulders back and down. You can lift, replant the fingers. From here, our gaze comes forward, putting a bend at the knees, either step or jump to the top of the mat. Inhaling, half lift, and exhaling, forward fold. Inhale all the way up to standing, arms up, reach. And exhale, hands come to your heart. From here, Utkatasana, putting a bend at the knees, sweeping the fingers across the floor. For the first one, our arms can be apart from each other. Trying to tuck under the pelvis. And then exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. And then exhale, step or jump back to plank. Knees, chest, chin, or full chaturanga towards the ground. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. From here, right foot comes up on an inhale. Exhale, step it through to the front of the mat. Allowing that back knee to touch the floor, tucking under the pelvis. Inhaling, our arms come up. Again, trying to tuck under the pelvis, extending through the psoas muscle. And then exhale, hands come to the mat. Pushing onto the back toes, stepping back into plank. Knees, chest, chin, or full chaturanga to the ground. Inhaling, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhaling, downward facing dog. From here, inhale, left leg comes up. And exhale, step it through to the front of the mat. Knee comes to the mat. Inhaling, arms come up. Tucking under the pelvis. And then exhale, hands come to the mat. Push onto the back toes, stepping back into plank. From here, we can either go straight to down dog or try to challenge your strength by coming onto your elbows. And then pushing back up. This time using the opposite hand, coming down. And then coming back up, pushing up. And then coming straight back to downward facing dog. We inhale, our gaze comes forward. Exhale, put a bend at the knees. Step or jump to the top of the mat. Inhale in, halfway lift. Exhale in, forward fold. Inhale in, all the way up to standing. Arms up, reach. And exhale, hands come to heart. Again, Utkatasana, bending at the knees, inhaling. This time, hands can come together if you have space in the shoulders. Exhaling, forward fold. Inhaling, half lift. Exhaling, step or jump back. Knees, chest and chin or full chaturanga to the ground. Inhaling, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhaling, downward facing dog. Inhaling, right leg comes up. And exhaling, step it through to the front of the mat. From here, this time our right hand, inhale, opens to the right hand side for an easy twist. Try to engage through the stomach, our Uddiyana Bandha. Take in our belly button off our thigh. Engaging through the inner parts of the legs. Really reaching up, engaging through the hand. And then exhaling, the hand comes back to the mat. Gaze come forward. We can either stay in this position or plant the back foot. Inhaling up to a warrior one. Trying to tuck under the pelvis again. And then slowly planting the hands back down. Stepping back into a plank. Knees, chest, chin or full chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Left leg comes up on an inhale. Exhale, step it through to the front of the mat. This time, left arm draws up, right arm stays planted into an easy twist. Trying to draw our belly button off our thigh. Engage through the back heel. Trying to stack the shoulders. Replanting that left hand to the mat. Gaze comes forward. Inhale, engage the legs, coming all the way up into warrior one. From here we can plant the back foot. Tucking under the pelvis. Notice one long line of energy. And then slowly replanting the hands, exhaling, stepping back into plank. And then we can push back into a child's pose, taking our knees nice and wide, pushing our hips back. Head comes to the mat. Taking a few nice deep breaths here. In and out the nose. Pushing out through the hands, pushing onto the knees, coming back up into a downward facing dog. Gaze comes forward, step or jump your feet to the top of the mat. Inhale in, half lift. And exhale, forward fold. From here, we heel to our feet, directly under our hips. From here, we inhale, lift and lengthen. And we exhale, we can take hold of our shins, our ankles, or take our peace fingers around our two toes. Inhale and lift and lengthen. Exhale, forward fold, using the weight of your arms, drawing you deeper into this forward fold. Here for a few Ujjayi breaths, in and out the nose. Drawing our head towards the mat. Trying to keep our spine straight. We might have our knees really bent here. This is fine. Wherever you are today, just find acceptance in this. Enjoy in the nice lengthening through the back of the body you're created. You can either stay here or inhale, half lift. And exhale, place the palms underneath your feet. Inhaling, lengthening. And exhaling, forward folded deeper into the posture. One more Ujjayi breath here. Inhaling, looking up. Exhaling, hands come to your hips. And inhaling all the way up to standing. Jumping our feet together on the mat. Coming back to Tadasana, mountain pose. From here, right foot comes to the back of the mat. we rotate to face the back of the mat. So right foot comes all the way out. Left foot is in. Inhale, our arms reach. And exhale, we lengthen, lengthen, lengthen. Coming down into Trikonasana. Our triangle posture. We can either take hold of our ankle or take our peace fingers again through the toes and work on lengthening this way. Stacking the shoulders. Gaze can come up. If you have any neck problems, keep your neck straight. Otherwise, gaze can come up to the top hand. We can open it through the hip. From here, inhaling, coming all the way up. Drawing our feet back to parallel. Coming to the side of the mat. Make sure our ankles are directly under our wrist creases. Inhale. Exhale, hands to hips. Inhale, our chest draws forward, shoulders draw back, gaze comes up. And then exhale, forward fold, using the hips with a straight back all the way down. From here, we can place our hands directly beneath our shoulders. Pasarita Padottanasana 1 or 8. Draw in the elbows in. Inhale, lift and lengthen. And exhale, forward fold, drawing the head towards the ground. The sit bones up towards the sky, lengthening through the back of the body. Engage in your Uddiyana Bandha. Drawing the navel in and up. Lengthening even more. Inhaling, looking forward. Exhaling, hands to hips. Inhale, all the way up to standing. From here, inhale, our arms reach out. Exhale, hands to hips. Inhale, shoulders draw back, chest draws forward. And exhale, forward fold over the legs. Here, we're keeping our hands on our hips, using gravity and the weight of our head to draw us deeper into the posture. Drawing our elbows together, really expanding through the back, and drawing our head down towards the mat. Really feel a pulling and engagement in the inner thighs, as if you're drawing your legs together. Inhaling, coming up. Exhaling, hands reach out. This time left foot comes to face the top of the mat. You might want to walk your back foot in slightly. Inhale. And exhale, reach forward, coming into Trikonasana. Either grabbing our ankle, hovering the hand, or hooking our peace fingers around our toe. Opening the body to the side. Make sure your hand is engaged and open. Chest is open. If you have any neck problems, keep your neck straight. Otherwise, gaze can come up. You're working on drawing that top hip open and up. Creating one long line, really opening through the left hip. Inhaling, coming back up. Exhaling that left foot in, so they're parallel again. Make sure the feet are directly underneath the wrist creases. From here, we exhale, hands to hips. Inhale, draw the shoulders back and open. From here, we can either interlace the fingers behind the back or take opposite elbows, whatever's comfortable for you. Inhaling one more time, opening, extending, and exhale, forward fold over the legs, drawing the hands further towards the ground, opening through the shoulder girdle, pushing your hands away from you, still drawing your feet together, extending, engaging through your Uddiyana Bandha, that core, to lengthen even further. Inhaling, coming up, opening, pushing through the chest. Exhale, hands come out. Taking one more breath here. From here, exhaling, hands to hips. Inhaling, drawing the shoulders back. And exhale, forward fold again. Stay with any of the other variations. Otherwise, take hold of your peace fingers around your toes and draw your body deeper into the forward fold using the weight of your arms. Elbows draw out to the side, head comes towards the mat, really opening through the inner parts of the legs. 2 more nice Ujjayi breaths here. Inhale, coming all the way up, releasing your toes, arms up, reach. This time, right foot comes up parallel. Walk your stance a bit wider. Put in a bend in the front knee. We can exhale, our elbow comes towards our knee. Or if there's space, we can move our hand to the inner part of our foot. We can stay here, opening, stacking the body, opening through the hips. Or exhaling, sweeping the arm, reaching down and extending into a full line of energy. Gaze can follow, looking at the hand, engaging through the hand. 2 more nice breaths here, really pushing open through the hip. Inhaling, coming all the way up into Warrior 2, Virabhadrasana 2. Exhaling, the left hand comes down to the back leg. Reverse your warrior. Opening through the side of the body. Inhaling, coming back up. Exhaling, rotating the feet all the way to the back of the mat. Putting a bend at that left knee. Perhaps walk your foot a bit further into Warrior 2. Engaging through the hands. This time, putting a bend in the elbow. Opening through the side like this, or allowing the hand, if there's space in the hips, come all the way to the floor. Opening through the side of the body. Again, neck can be straight if you have any neck problems, otherwise gaze to your top hand. If you're comfortable here, then exhale, allow the hand to rotate, come into the back of the mat, opening and extending through the body, lengthening through the side, pushing down through your back heel, opening through the hip. 1 more nice breath here, in and out the nose. Inhaling, coming back up to Warrior 2. Tuck it under the pelvis. And then exhale, reaching the arm forward. Coming back into a reverse warrior. Opening through the side of the body. Inhaling, coming back up to Warrior 2. Exhaling, cartwheel the hands to face the foot. Stepping back into a plank. Knees, chest, chin, or full chaturanga to the ground. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, push back to downward facing dog. From here, right foot comes to the sky. Inhale. And exhale, step it through to the outside of this right hand at the top of the mat. From here, we can work here, drawing the chest up and forward. Otherwise, come to your elbows and work on drawing your chest down here. You can come to your knee also. Taking a few breaths wherever you are, opening through the hips. Releasing any energy that's been stagnating here. Inhaling, pushing onto the hands, coming back up if you're on your elbows. And then tucking under the toes, pressing back into a downward facing dog. Inhaling, left leg rises. Exhaling, stepping through to the outside of that left hand. Coming back into lizard posture on the left side. Keeping our knee up or putting a bend, placing it down towards the mat. Working on drawing our chest forward here. Or coming down onto our elbows. Taking a few nice Ujjayi breaths here, really releasing through the hips, finding openness. If you have any blocks at home also, you can have them on a higher setting, working on drawing your chest forward. Wherever is good for you. One more Ujjayi breath here, really nice in and out the nose. Pushing onto the hands, coming back up, tucking under the toe, and stepping back into downward facing dog. Right leg on an inhale draws up. And then exhale, bring the right knee towards right elbow. And then bring the foot over towards the left, coming into pigeon, lowering the body. You can draw that foot in towards the body more for an easier, less intense posture. Otherwise, you can work on it coming out towards the left hand deeper. You can also place a block underneath your bum cheek. Inhale, lift and lengthen. And then exhale, allow the body to forward fold over the leg. And a few nice breaths here. Allowing releasing through the hip, through the buttocks. Closing off the eyes. Inhaling, walking the hands back in, coming back up. And then pushing under the toes, coming straight onto the other side into a pigeon. So left leg comes up. Exhale, draw it through towards the left hand. And then bring that foot out to the right hand side into pigeon, lowering down. Again, you can place a block underneath your bum cheek or staying straight. Inhaling, lift and lengthen. And exhaling, forward fold over the leg. Drawing your chest towards the ground, allowing the weight of your body to help your hips open. Really using the awareness of your breath to allow prana into the area that you are trying to open, into the hip crease. Inhaling, coming up, pressing onto the hands, pushing back into our last down dog, really pushing out through the shoulders. Then from here, putting a bend at the knees, step or jump into a seated position. Drawing our feet through, inhaling our arms reach up. And exhaling, engaging the legs, taking hold of the ankles, calves, or taking our peace fingers around our toes. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, forward fold. Paschimottanasana. Every inhale, lengthen. And exhale, surrender into the fold. Inhaling, looking up. Exhale, come all the way back up to seated. From here, right leg draws in. The knee comes out to the right hand side, placing the foot against the left leg. Inhaling, arms reach up. And exhaling over the left leg, taking hold of our calf, our ankle, or big toe, or wrapping the hands around the feet. Inhaling, lengthening. And exhaling, forward fold. Inhaling, coming all the way back up. Exhaling, our hands down. Bring that knee in and out. From here, inhaling, our knee draws in. Exhaling, knee draws out. Allowing the foot to be against the thigh. Inhaling, our arms come up, reach. And exhaling, forward fold to wherever you can. Drawing the hands to the calf, the shin, or the foot. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale and arms reach up. Exhale, hands to the mat, knee draws in and out. Scoot your buttocks forward onto the mat, allowing a 2-foot distance between your hands and your bum. Feet are hip distance apart. Pushing onto our hips, allowing our hips to come to the sky. Head can draw back. Opening through the shoulders. Slowly lowering towards the ground. Coming into Navasana, boat pose. So our feet come up parallel, hands can come behind our legs, shoulders draw back and down. We can either work here, or trying to take the hands out in front of us, engaging through the core, our Uddiyana Bandha, and our Mula Bandha, engaging through the perineum. Pointing through the toes, perhaps, or even lifting our hands up overhead. But just remember, go to wherever you can. From here, we'll slowly lower towards the ground for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drawing our feet towards our buttocks, allowing enough space. Perhaps walk to the end of the mat so you can have some room. Inhaling, pushing our hips up towards the sky. We can interlace our fingers behind our backs. Taking a few nice breaths here, opening through the front of the body. Nice deep back bend here. If we'd like a more restorative posture, we can take our hands below our lower back and allowing our body to rest over the hands. Releasing the hands, slowly lowering the body towards the mat. From here, if you'd like a more restorative posture, we can lift the legs parallel towards the mat and just lie here. Any inversion is great for the body, great for the circulation. Otherwise, using your hands to push up into a shoulder stand, Samangasana, taking our hands to the higher part of our back, allowing the legs to come towards the sky. And then slowly lower it into Halasana. Legs come above the head. Hands can come to the mat or interlace your fingers behind your back. Really working on your hips, drawing towards the sky. Do not move your head from side to side, keeping your focus straight. Then slowly releasing your fingers, lowering your body towards the mat. From here, right foot comes over left leg, drawing the knee out towards the right, and then drawing that left leg in, taking our fingers around the back of our thigh, drawing the foot towards our body. Taking a few nice breaths here, opening through the hips. And then from here, slowly opening that left leg out to the side, keeping your right foot exactly where it is, into a twist with your knee open. Your gaze can come out to the right. You can then use your left hand to push on the top knee, opening it even further. Really nice hip opener and twist. Inhaling back to center, releasing that right foot. Coming straight onto the left-hand side, so left foot hooks on right knee. Inhaling, drawing that thigh in towards the body, interlacing the fingers behind the thigh. You can use your left elbow to push your hip even open further. And then slowly coming onto the right hand side, opening into a twist, trying to keep your shoulders drawn onto the mat. Your hands can come out either side, gaze can come out to the left. You can use your right hand to push on the left knee, opening it further. Inhaling back to center, releasing the legs, taking your knees hip distance apart, hands through the legs, coming into happy baby, taking hold of your feet from the outside, drawing your spine long and down, hands draw in, working on drawing the knees towards the mat. Breathing deeply here, enjoying this nice stretch. Maybe you rock slightly back and forth, releasing any tension in the lower back. And then slowly allowing your feet to come out, coming back onto the mat, allowing for your final resting pose, Shavasana. Taking your hands out either side. You can lift, replant the head. Feet can come out to either end of the mat. From here, tense your feet, engaging through the legs, drawing all the muscles, engaging them all. Tense, 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 tense. Then relax. This time, make fists with your hands. Tense in your arms as much as possible. Tense, tense, tense. Then relax. This time, tense your face. Squish it up as much as you can. Tense, 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 tense. Your eyes, your cheeks, your mouth. And then relax. Take your awareness inside your body, inside your heart. Notice a green glowing light there. Notice what it's doing. What is this green light manifesting? Is it growing? Is it circling? Is it like waves? With every inhale, this green light grows inside your heart. And with every exhale, allow the green light to flow into the area around you. Inhaling, the green light grows in your heart center. And exhaling the green light, allowing the body to come into the world. Inhaling, green light grows. Exhaling, setting the light free. Enjoy the next couple of minutes of your Shavasana. Drawing the attention back into the body, wiggling fingers and toes. Deeply inhaling, reaching the arms up and overhead for a full body stretch. Pointing through the toes, reaching out through the arms. Then exhaling, drawing the body into a ball, rolling onto the right hand side. Thanking yourself for your practice today. Feeling fully content with where we are now. fully happy with where we are today. Using your left hand, pushing yourself up into a comfortable seat, keeping the eyes closed. Put out to any way that's comfortable for you to sit. Inhaling, arms reach up. Exhaling, our hands come down, come into our heart, bringing our hands onto our heart center. Feeling all the green light that we've created. Anahata chakra, our heart chakra. Feeling all the love that we can for ourselves and for the others around us. Inhaling, arms reach up again. Exhaling, hands to heart. We'll finish with one Om all together. Inhaling deeply here. Rubbing the palms, igniting prana, fire, energy, feeling that heat, that warmth, and then placing the palms over our eyes, noticing the energy that we've created, opening our eyes into the darkness of the palms, and slowly bring your hands down to your heart center, coming into the light. Namaste, thank you so much.
Namaste.
Have a lovely day.
Wow.